Now it seems like he's settled down on this Bryn pick. He's going to be going in with this level 79 Bryn against Sandstorm. On the Mordex, he's the first one to pick up the weapon. He does have the axe in hand, but he's swapping over to the spear, that comfort pick that you were talking about. He's got those signatures, and the kit has yet to throw one out, but Sandstorm's not really in that kill spot, so I don't blame him.
And, you know, another thing with Sandstorm being a bit of an underdog right now I'm sure Isidroo and Sandstorm have played their fair share of games online, maybe in ranked, but in a tournament setting, everyone knows things just play out very differently. So Isidroo maybe feeling the water, switching between the two weapons, seeing what he can get the most mileage out of. I think that's what we're going to be seeing from him right now. But Sandstorm doing a fantastic job keeping these scythe strings just strung along against Isidroo. Isidroo having a very hard time taking a very concrete lead in this set right now.
Yeah, trading back and forth between the two. Isidroo does Sandstorm off the stage. Can't get the neutral signature follow-up off that downlight. We were seeing a lot of that on the EU side of things, but we're not seeing Isidroo able to connect. He does pick up the axe. A little bit bigger hits on those side airs, and the recovery will be the kill. Isidroo going to take the first stock, swapping weapons. Likely will be sticking with the axe. No. Again, wants the spear for this early damage build-up. Might have some white health combos that he has in mind.
Now Sandstorm going to find the gauntlets. He had some success earlier on in the tournament with the gauntlets, getting a lot of strings, a lot of good damage multipliers out. And now Sandstorm trying to find a little bit of damage onto Isidroo, throwing them away. A little bit of a risky play, looking for a little bit of a small damage bonk from those things that get a little bit of a combo maybe, but
maybe just enough hit stun. But we do see Isidroo with the axe swings was juggling Sandstorm really high. A little bit more damage on Sandstorm could have spelled disaster as he was very close to the monocle there. We do see Isidroo sent over to the left side. Able to get that wall touch. Weapon toss just to keep Sandstorm in place. Not able to contest that wall touch. Isidroo with the dodge over ground pound. Resting on top of Sandstorm. That's going to be a huge stock lead for Isidroo.
And still on his first stock, this is going to be a very difficult position for Sandstorm to come back from. He still can't find at least one kill right now. He's got Isidroo very far into the red, and he's just going to be approaching darker and darker thresholds of health. Sandstorm looking for the follow-up. The uppercut not going to connect, and now with the scythe looking for a little bit of a follow-up. The side light is all it's going to take. That holding side light.
Yeah.
Not everyone understands how the scythe completely works, but that side light does have two options.
Yeah, you can have the active input, you can kick forward, or you can just let it go, and it'll end a little bit short. We see Sandstorm holding that forward kick, ends up sending Isidroo off the stage for the kill, going to deny that 3 stock, but Isidroo does come back up, picks up a spear, and is already building damage onto Sandstorm's last stock.
Funny enough, for the kill option, people, at least Scythe players that I've seen in the past, normally save that option for the downlight active input because it has a little bit more force behind it, I believe. Isidroo getting a lot of throw damage out, though. Sandstorm still surviving, avoiding some of the signatures, getting the recovery off on the side, looking for a second one, not going to find it. Now the neutral sig and the weapon throw following a connector. Sandstorm coming up on the stage, approaching Isidroo, but Isidroo playing a very safe approach, trying to back off, get some neutral lights, neutral airs, just trying to catch Sandstorm out so that he can follow up into a signature move, and Sandstorm playing just carefully enough to avoid enough of this damage that Isidroo is bringing to the table. Now Sandstorm with the turnaround, looking for a kill, the recovery, not going to connect.
This is the Isidroo that we know and love, throwing out heavies all over the place, threw out 3 recoveries, throwing out signatures all over. And Sandstorm isn't letting him get away with it. He has been punishing him fairly consistently, which is why they are both in kill percent. Isidroo on his second stock, Sandstorm on the last one, but the spot dodges, and Isidroo gets the gravity cancel out of it. 16 frames is the window that he has to get that gravity canceled off, and that is all he needed to get that neutral signature.
Funny enough, Sandstorm actually had a very nice opportunity to turn things around and push it into the last stock. That neutral air right at the very end. Isidroo threw out a frame-perfect dodge to avoid every single frame of that and to turn around at the very end. But had he missed a single portion on the front or the backside, that would have been almost certain kill for Sandstorm, getting the active input. Throwing him off to the left side, that would have put him into a good momentum. And who knows? That could have gone to
could have gotten into the last stock, but we'll see. Sandstorm did seem to figure some stuff out, so he was looking pretty solid. We'll see if he can maintain that momentum going into game 2. And I did misspeak earlier and say top 3. This is still top 8. Winner of this will go on to fight Starlight. But we do see Sandstorm able to get the first little bit of a string with that scythe. And the nair into the recovery, not going to go for that Sair follow-up that he had a second ago. Again, Neutralite, Nair, Sair goes for the gravity cancel, and no response in damage from Isidroo, except for that side air on the spear. This is Sandstorm adapting to what Isidroo has.
And that is a very nice use of those side signatures again. And throwing out the recovery, he's going to push Isidroo off on the side, looking for a little bit of side pressure. The down light coming out, maybe a little bit of coverage. No, the neutral air is coming out, the recovery, finding him off on the side, and that is Sandstorm taking a very, very momentous lead in the beginning of game number 2. A very far cry from what we saw in game number 1. Sandstorm only having taken about 60 to 70 damage, very little.
Yeah, and just there, you saw he went for the inactive option of that side light, the one where you don't have to hold forward, which is what led to that recovery for the kill. Really smart stuff coming out from Sandstorm, recognizing all of the different options he has with this scythe, but we're seeing Isidroo waking up, recognizing that he can't completely run away with this game, as he's got to start swinging on top of Sandstorm. He got a decent amount of damage here on this first stock of him with his second stock. Not enough to kill just yet. Left side, not able to hit the dare.
Running his way back. He is going to catch the side air, but that is only one strike, 2 strikes, and he's out. And then, you know, one less than a baseball game, but hey, it works out for him. It works out in general. You take those, and now Sandstorm getting back on the stage. Isidroo holding onto that axe, trying to get a little bit more damage off, trying to extend this stock out so he can try to even up the game. Sandstorm with the gauntlets, though, looking to find a finisher with the recovery. Maybe a side or down sig could work from Sandstorm as well if he tries to go for it. Maybe something a little bit of a raw signature could possibly catch Isidroo off guard. We've seen Sandstorm get right in Isidroo's face in a lot of situations.
We do see Isidroo doing a really good job of spacing out Sandstorm, though. He's been going for these kind of fadeaway Sairs, so he's not pushing forward after hitting that Sair. He'll start to fade away back. He's been able to space out Sandstorm, one of the reasons why he's been able to trunk at this, but a great read from Sandstorm, reads the back dodge, so he gets that second side light. Goes side light, goes for the aerial spot dodge for the second side light, and then he gets that follow-up recovery for the kill.
It's the 1-2 punch. 1 scoop, 2 scoop, punch him in the air. And very nice
gravity cancel downlight in the sky.
A very nice string from Sandstorm to catch him off the gravity cancel. And now Isidroo looking for another neutral sig. And there's the side sig again. GC, he loves trying to get to those, but those are very rarely caught. And now the recovery. And now Sandstorm off on the side trying to get the edge guard complete. Oh, just barely misses the weapon throw. Would have more than likely knocked that stock out of his hand. But the neutral sig almost taking Isidroo off on the top. Isidroo on his last legs right now.
Nice.
This is the difference between Isidroo surviving and pushing it into game number 3, and Sandstorm is looking very, very confident moving in right now. Recovery, bouncing him off the wall. Isidroo needs only his down air, and there it is. Getting back on the stage, trying his best to find a weapon.
Still living.
We're gonna see a side sig, neutral sig.
Isidroo underneath does get the recovery. He's got to basically perfect this stock. Expect him to go for more of that fadeaway Sair, just space out Sandstorm. But he's already trying to throw out the nairs underneath, trying to zone him out, trying to get that position, especially against these gauntlets. He does not want to let Sandstorm get on top of him. But instead, he gets on top of Sandstorm, and that leads to the recovery. And that is going to be game 2 going the way of Sandstorm. We're going to a game 3 between the #1 power ranking NA player and Sandstorm, the relative unknown, the dark horse of the tournament.
The underdog. He's looking very strong right now. That the beginning of this game and the wake-up recovery at the end just shows his adaptation to Isidroo's play moving into this game right now. And this is, I think, the exact type of play that we've all been wanting to see out of a brand new player for quite some time.
Ooh, that's some solid axe on the startup. Isidroo not letting Sandstorm touch anything. Seeing a complete reversal of game 2 where Sandstorm almost perfected Isidroo's first stock. We're seeing Isidroo starting to look like he could perfect it, but Sandstorm does pick up a weapon finally. Just gets the sidelight. Isidroo's going to spot dodge through the follow-up.
Sandstorm finding some nice damage on the tail end. Not enough to even things up quite yet, but Isidroo still holding onto that damage lead. Very slight as it is now. Sandstorm turning things around, finding the side lights, just avoiding the side sig from Isidroo. The raw side sig's always coming out. You can almost, you could probably keep a tally just to figure out how many he throws per game and figure the average from there, but it's always guaranteed.
Into the neutral sig.
The neutral sig almost taking off the top, but he's not quite there yet. There's not enough force behind that at that damage threshold. Now that signature
Yeah, gravity cancels the neutral signature for the stacked option. Would have caught him if he jumped, but it didn't have to, as it's also catches the ground option. That's the beauty of that half-height neutral signature leading to the kill. Isidroo gonna take the first stock, but he is a bit damaged. Sandstorm could even this up with a little bit more. But there's the axe play, goes for the gravity cancel down signature. Sandstorm just completely stuffing, gets the signature to follow up the side signature to send Isidroo off the stage. Stocks evened up, slight damage deficit for Sandstorm, but he has the weapon in hand.
Sandstorm now throwing out the signatures to try catch Isidroo off guard on his fresh new stock. Isidroo throwing out the down lights to try to get as much area coverage as possible to dash back from Sandstorm. Offstage, getting that wall touch just barely. Yes, and there he goes, resets again. Isidroo doing a good job edge guarding that ledge, but that platform there makes it very hard for him to get a successful one.
Gravity cancel neutral signature again from Isidroo.
Sandstorm taking that lead back.
Yeah.
1-1 in the set. This is down to the wire. And because this is losers, this is Sandstorm's tournament stock right now. He's got everything to lose on the line. Isidroo just looking so good. The ground pound held in the air in the fadeaway, going for the recovery. Gravity cancel? No. Down air.
He hasn't touched the
Here
ground.
we go. The final nail in the coffin coming in the form of a recovery. No, not going to connect. Sandstorm trying to survive right now, turning things around with that neutral air into recovery, going for the down light, not going to connect it. The side light coming out as well. Isidroo now looking for a finisher. All he needs is a side air. Looking for the side air right now. The ground pound coming out, and Sandstorm with a very nice gravity cancel uppercut. Sandstorm with the recovery pushes Isidroo off stage. He still has another stock left behind this one, so it's not going to do him too much good. The recovery off the back end. Isidroo taking it down at the very final moment of the game. And there he goes, taking the set 2-1.